Spreading awareness about my disease, ME/CFS, while doing makeup. So ME/CFS stands for myalgic encephalomyelitis, or chronic fatigue syndrome, and it currently has no treatment and no cure. On top of that, it's also egregiously underfunded, historically ranking as one of the least funded diseases according to the National Institute of Health. Now, to put into perspective just how awful this is, we need to understand a concept called disease burden, which is basically a way of calculating just how severe a disease is, based on things like quality of life, financial burden, and morbidity. So for example, the disease burden of something like seasonal allergies would be really small, whereas the disease burden for something like cancer would be enormous. Now, according to multiple research papers, the disease burden of ME/CFS is double that of HIV/AIDS and is equivalent to some cancers. It's also more than half that of breast cancer, which is one of the most funded by the NIH. So even though ME/CFS has such an enormous disease burden and no treatment or cure, it's still one of the least funded, making it disproportionately underfunded.